Do you feel retailers will be leasing soon? I would like to get into the shopping plazas, but I'm concerned about the risk.
Okay, so I saw this question, and let me see if I can actually show you something. So I like retailers. I don't like shopping malls or strip malls where you have multiple tenants, because you can have tenant telling you, I will sign, but I want exclusive. I don't want anybody else selling ice cream in that strip mall. Or you have a retailer who says, I don't want any other retailers here, etc. I prefer the standalone buildings. Everybody knows that about me. So I'm going to show you a couple articles that just came out this week that maybe will clarify what we're talking about. Okay, so bear with me 1 second here. Let me see how I can share with you a couple articles that are actually pretty valuable. So here is an article from Forbes magazine. Let me see how I can share the screen. Forbes. So don't listen to me, just let's listen to Forbes. Can you see this, by the way? Is it on the screen?
Yes, it is.
Okay. This is, by the way, May 27th. So literally, 2 days ago, right? We're entering the best environment for retail in many years. You can Google this, you can read the articles. Of course, I'm not going to read it all right here, but Forbes is saying, and they're explaining why 50% of the people surveyed said, I'm going out there, I want to go and I want to walk into a brick and mortar. I want to get out of my home. I want to shop physically. I want to see the product. I want to touch it, feel it, smell it, etc. Some products smell better than others. But anyway, so 45% of consumers intend to visit the shopping destination over the Memorial Day weekend. This is pretty good stuff. All of these companies are pretty positive. Todd Khan, CEO of brand president of Coach. I have Coach as tenants. They're very excited. They want to expand where I am. They want another location from me. They started the brand for men, and they say they're doing pretty well. So, you know, some companies, other companies, a fashion brand, Lafayette, 148, told me the products consumers are buying indicate excitement and not pessimism. Strong colors, great print, looks, fabrics. She said Lafayette 148 is planning new store leases in Soho, New York, Toronto, Beverly Hills, Palm Beach. These are nice, expensive area, full retail prices. This is not all discounts, you know. Now, of course, you have to hear the other part of it. Maybe they say on Wall Street the crowd is wrong, and this won't prove to be a great time for retailers. But if the crowd is right, a lot of retailers have a great opportunity in front of them now. But the most important thing is, okay, well, what retailers do we deal with? Who do I focus on mostly? Well, guess what? I focus on these retailers that are actually food tenants called QSRs. I've been harping on this for the last 4 years, and now since last year, since the COVID-19, it's been better time than ever before. Here is an article, for instance, you can also Google this. KFC is on pace to at least double its global footprint. Just think about this. Global footprint, not just US. They want to grow everywhere in the world. This is the Yum Brands, and they've been 25 years in the business. 17th consecutive quarter of same-store sales growth. When people tell me, well, COVID-19, everybody's shutting down. Well, you know what? KFC is growing. KFC. I don't care if you eat chicken or you don't like chicken. This company is growing. You find an empty space. You call Kentucky Fried Chicken. You follow the script we give. We have a training for joint venture where we partner up with people and they can go into these. And it's easier said than done. You have to do a lot of follow-ups. You have to actually talk to the tenants. You have to lock them in. But I go on the conference call. I can lock them in. Very important how it works. So they have 767 million in operating profits. It's been a good year, the guys say. I'm lucky because we operate in 140 countries all over the world, and we have growth all over the world. This was a global pandemic, and they're growing. You know, I mean, if you're on this call and you're from Canada or you're from some other parts of the world, you can open a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Heck, you can even get the franchise yourself. You can tell them, I want to be a franchisee. They'll train you, right? Colonel Sanders did a good job, man. Okay, such competitive pressures. And by the way, if you look also, Chick-fil-A is growing. Shake Shack has $400 million. Google that stuff. They're growing. And people telling me, I don't know where to invest. I think people have a glitch in their head. They like to suffer. So they go to, like, let me get an apartment building. I'm going to kick out all the drug dealers. I'm going to turn it around and I'll sell it. It's going to take 7 years of my life. And then I'm going to live 2 good years after this effort before I die. When you can actually, without risk, start getting into these, and you can see that they compete. The Popeyes are growing like crazy. Chick-fil-A is growing. A lot of the burger joints are growing. Just unbelievable. So anyway, so to answer that question, obviously you're better off focusing on single tenant instead of getting into whatever the question was. You wanted to do what?
Shopping centers.
Yeah, shopping centers, Shopping centers are a bit risky because of the exclusivity thing. And if you have a shopping center where you have an anchor and the anchor leaves, everybody else is going to be complaining. You have to adjust rates, etc. But single tenants, national tenants, corporate guarantees. Like, I have some students who are so successful, they got their own franchise, they open the business, and now they have income from the building itself. They pay themselves rent, and they actually have the franchise income, if you're into that. And then they can sell the business and keep the building. Or you know what? Sell the building and do a sale leaseback. We teach all that in the joint venture program, and keep it simple for yourself. Just find the vacant buildings, contact the tenants. We have a tenant list of over 4,000 tenants. Get somebody interested. And if nobody's interested within the 45 days that you have the deal under contract with no obligation, you don't have to buy, you walk away.